Listen, bro, everyone will doubt you. Your family will think that you're fucking insane. Your friends will think that you're stupid and you're a complete idiot. And regardless of all of that shit, regardless of all the fucking resistance that you'll experience, the only way you would actually get to the goals that you have, the only way that you will build a life of freedom, break out of the 9-to-5 traditional path and create a life that you want for yourself, is by becoming completely delusional, tricking yourself and telling yourself that you are gonna make it, despite literally everyone else in your entire life telling you the opposite. And it's probably one of the hardest things that I went through myself, like when I kind of wasn't like on my journey and like started making money online and like was living back in Sweden with my parents in their house and like starting to kind of make it in a way, you know, starting to find some success with this stuff. It's like everyone around you is telling you that what you're doing isn't gonna work, and their beliefs, their way of thinking is gonna rub off on you. So in this video, I wanna explain to you like the process and like how you can basically, like a very simple framework you can use to be able to push through this. How you can basically like overcome all the people around you that are gonna be holding you back. Because it's probably one of the hardest things when it comes to entrepreneurship. One of the hardest things when it comes to taking your own path in life is just like knowing how to deal with people who are not gonna be supporting you. So if you can understand this after watching this video, I promise you'll be able to handle this in a much better way, and you'll know how to deal with this type of situations that are gonna come up in your life if you're someone who's aspiring to achieve more than like the traditional 9-to-5 path, working a job and like heading your life, you know? So first thing we need to understand is like, why is it that everyone else is gonna be doubting you, you know? And it's pretty simple, you know, like your parents, your friends, most people around you, they don't have the same type of dreams that you and I probably have, you know? You don't have the dreams of like achieving more in their life. They're fine with just living a normal life, being in a 9-to-5 and like not really doing more, you know? Which is okay, and you need to be able to respect that as well, you know? That's fine. And a mistake that I used to make was like trying to change everyone else's mind and trying to convince my parents and friends and like everyone else that they had to do the same thing as me and trying to like kind of convert them to my way of thinking. Don't spend or like waste your time or energy on doing that. It doesn't like really change anything. You're just basically just wasting your own time because they don't actually want to hear what you have to say. But that's sorry for another day. So basically, the first thing is you need to understand that most people are not going to have the same goals as you. If you're aspiring to achieve like a 1%, the top 1% life, most people are not going to aspire to achieve that same thing, which is fine. But what that also means is you need to be really careful about who you listen to. Because if someone doesn't have the aspirations and the goals of achieving that life that you want, they're not going to have the same beliefs. They're probably not going to think that it's even possible to achieve because they kind of limited their own way of thinking, you know, they limited their own goals and their own like aspirations based on their own beliefs, like based on what they think. They're like, okay, so I think what's realistic for me is to make like 60K per year, be able to get a house, get a family, live my life, get kids, get married, all that shit, you know? And that's kind of like what their vision of their life is, which means that they don't believe that it's actually possible to do more. And they probably have like some weird beliefs around money and around success. They think that success is bad and like making money is hard and things like that. And this is a huge problem because like for you, if you're living with family or like you're spending time with friends that have those type of beliefs, that will rub off on you. You know, how they think, it's like how they speak, how they carry themselves, like how they think in their, and like how they handle their day-to-day life, what they spend their time on, will rub off on you. And that's gonna be like indirect on top of obviously the stuff that they will be telling you as well. If you're telling them about your goals and your aspirations and things you wanna do. Like I've had so many conversations with people that are like young guys that have goals of becoming entrepreneurs. They go speak with their parents tell them that like it's just a scam, the entire thing, they can't do it, they should just study to become a doctor instead, blah, 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 blah. The thing you need to understand is like, those people will tell you that, you know. Your family, your friends, they will tell you those things. And that is fine. But you need to understand that they have a vision for your own lives, especially your parents, you know. They have a vision for what they want your life to look like, you know, based on their beliefs, based on like how they grew up and what they think success looks like and what they think is possible to achieve. They have a vision for what they want you to do, what they want like your life to look like as success in their eyes, you know. But you need to understand that vision is most likely not going to line up with your own vision, which means that there's a decision that you have to make, that you have to kill one of those visions. this is something that it's probably one of the hardest things to do, you know, when your parents are dead set, like they think this is the best thing for you to do. And you're used to, when you're young, when you're like 16, 18, 20 years old, you're used to always having listened to your parents up until this point. And this is something that happened to me myself when I was like 18 and 19. I wanted to not go into university. I wanted to like take my own path. And I hadn't actually made it yet. I was like struggling. I wasn't actually making any money online. I was struggling with like SMA for a long time. And I was having to tell my parents like, I'm gonna commit to this, even though it's not working right now. And that's a hard thing to do, you know? But the thing you need to realize is that one of those dreams needs to get killed. Because like if you live their dream, if you go their path and like go into university and like get a degree and it's like follow what they want you to do, then you're actively killing your own dream of starting a business and pursuing entrepreneurship at a young age and wanting to make money online and things like that, you know? And if you pursue your own dream, then you have to kill their dream. So, especially at a young age, because you're so used to always being led by your parents. When you're like 18 years old, most people have like all their decisions have been made by their parents up until that point, or very like heavily influenced by their parents, probably living at home. So you're used to having all the guidance by your parents, which makes it very hard to all of a sudden like break out and make a decision that your parents don't support. And that's why I see a lot of young guys struggle with this, because like they think that their parents always make the decisions that are in their best interest. But in fact, in this case, even though your parents love you and though your parents support you, it's probably not in your best interest. If you want to achieve something that your parents haven't achieved, you can't listen to them on advice to get there. Someone who hasn't been to a destination is not going to give you the right guidance of how to get there, you know? You wouldn't ask someone that has never been to, I don't know, who's never been to like some place in the US, you know, of like, how can I get to this place, you know? Like they haven't actually been there, so they don't know what the direction looks like. They don't know what like the hiccups on the way is gonna look like. They don't know enough to guide you to get there, which means their guidance and their advice in that area is useless. You know? You shouldn't listen to it. And again, I want to be really clear that this doesn't mean that your parents are bad and like they're bad people, and you can still love them and they can support you in like other ways, emotional ways and like relationship wise and like a lot of other ways, and you can still love your parents and like have a good relationship with them. But you need to understand, like if you want to see success in one area of your life, you have to be able to not and like be really careful about what advice you let into and like what advice you actually listen to in that area from certain people. You need to have almost like a shield up, because parents most likely are going to be trying to give you advice because they want what's best for you. Friends, same thing. You just need to have that filter and be able to not let in that advice from people that haven't actually achieved what you want to achieve, and be so strong in your own belief. And this is one of the hardest things, is like you having that strength in yourself to be able to, regardless of what like literally everyone in your circle, everyone in your family is telling you, to just keep pushing and keep doing what you feel like is the right thing for you to do. And this is like one thing that I was able to develop that's helped me a lot. It's just like kind of an ability to just follow follow my kind of inner compass, you know, like follow what I think is right, regardless of what people around me say. And this just comes from like you having that like becoming delusional, you know, and this is like knowing that I am able to do more. And it's something I talked about in my previous videos as well. You can go back and watch other videos that I've made. It's like you need to tell yourself and like show to yourself with your actions that you are someone who's worthy and is able to achieve more in your life. And it's also going to help a lot by surrounding yourself with better people. And that's one of like the easiest things you can do. So if you want to like take the shortcut and just like immediately get into like a group of young guys who are supportive, who are entrepreneurial, and are actually like taking action on this stuff and have the right beliefs, so you can have that rub off on yourself, you can click the top link in the description. That's the easiest way to get into it. I have a community where you get access to both to me, get coaching from me directly, and also a lot of other young guys who are killers, who are on their journey of making money online, creating content, and like growing their personal brands, and also learning remote sales. So that's probably the easiest way you can make it happen if you just want to like instantly level up your environment and step into a group of guys who are gonna be pushing you to be better and things like that. But back to the point is like, that's like the thing you need to develop, is just like that certainty in yourself and that drive, knowing that you can push through, you can trust yourself, and you don't actually need other people around you to be supportive for you to get to your goals. And regardless of what people, like your parents, what your friends are saying, you need to just have that like so strong, deep down conviction in yourself that you will keep going, regardless of what people say. And I'll leave you with this, like whatever you do, never listen to someone that haven't been where you want to be in terms of advice how to get there, because they're never going to tell you the right directions to get to somewhere that they haven't actually been themselves. No matter how much they want to help you, no matter like how much they're trying to like convince you that you should do this and things like that, they want what they think is best for you, but that might not always be what is actually in your best interest. So keep that in mind and keep crushing it, follow your own path, join the community if you want to become a part of the Driven community and get a clear step-by-step blueprint to follow so you can actually know what to do to actually start making money online and grow a personal brand and make a lot of money and have a lot of freedom. So if that's you, click the link and I'll be able to work with you more closely. If not, I'll keep seeing you here in the daily videos. So leave me a thumbs up if you enjoy it and subscribe as well so you don't miss out on the daily videos. We're getting close to 1,000 subscribers, so let's get it. I'll see you tomorrow in the next video. Take care. Ciao.